Partner visa sponsor, new rules. Regular readers of the Down Under Visa blog would remember an article in March about the department wanting to tighten up on the suitability of Australian partner visa sponsors of the visa applicant. In other words, the Australian partners, husbands, fiancés of the girls or ladies from the Philippines who are applying for Australian partner visas. In other words, spouse and fiancé visas. Now, if you're looking at the actual blog article, you'll see a reference here to the actual article, so please check that. Now, look, the issue is safety of the partner visa applicants. They've long wanted to know about the visa applicant themselves by wanting police checks and clearances from all countries where they've resided for more than 12 months. The purpose of that is to protect Australia from migrating criminals and various undesirables. Interestingly, whilst we've had thousands of police checks done, NBI clearances and other penal clearances from OFW served countries, we've yet to find a single applicant with a criminal record, but they have to do it. Protection of visa applicants. Where the existing visa requirements fell down was in protecting Filipino partner visa applicants from Australian sponsors, primarily men, who could put them in danger. Yes, your average Aussie man is a boisterous but fairly gentle bloke who wouldn't hurt a fly. Most Australian men absolutely deplore the notion of hurting women, as could be seen by the comments I had to the previous article. But of course, in amongst these Aussie gentlemen are going to be a few misogynistic Neanderthals who have a history of domestic violence, or family violence as they call it now. The new moves from the department are to protect women from this risk, especially whilst they are vulnerable in a new country. New rules for partner visa sponsors starting 18th of November 2016. Yes, they gave us no warning about this at all. Now, there is a bill in the hands of the politicians at the moment which is either still at a committee or may have been passed back with recommendations, and we, that is the registered migration agent profession, we're all expecting this to come into effect sometime in the middle of 2017. But this morning they emailed me something entitled New Limitations on Approval of Sponsorships for Partner and Prospective Marriage Visa Applications. If you're looking at the blog article, there is a PDF attachment there to the actual article. Now, in short, it will require the following of all sponsors of partner visa applications, that means subclass 309, subclass 820, and prospective marriage visa applications, that means subclass 300, lodged from 18th of November 2016. In other words, if it's already lodged, don't worry about it. Okay? But the requirement will be to provide Australian or foreign police checks to the department when requested, and also to consent to the department disclosing their convictions for relevant offences to the visa applicant or applicants. Now, relevant offences are these. There's a list of them. It's on that PDF document. These are violent or violence-based acts. This is not the bag of weed they found on you when you were 19. They're not the speeding tickets you didn't pay for. The full list, as I said, is on the attached PDF. And note that these are matters that need to be disclosed. In other words, they will need to tell your Filipino lady about these things, and you need to agree to them doing so. These are also convictions, not merely charges or accusations. And yes, this does include breaching AVOs, apprehended violence orders, and various names they have for those in different states, if you were charged and convicted. Okay, they will let her know so that if she has any issues, she can make an informed decision. So in other words, if you haven't actually been charged, if your ex has taken one out on you, that's not an issue. You haven't been convicted. It's for convicted of breaching AVOs, okay? Make that clear. Now, what if you were charged and convicted of breaching an AVO? What if you had a few too many drinks and you called up your ex on the phone to tell her what you think of her? Next thing you know, you hauled up before the man-hating female judge who, to make an example of you and all men, has given you 30 days in the slammer. Does that mean you bid goodbye to your chances of being together? Well, they may refuse the sponsorship if the sponsor has a significant criminal record for one of the relevant offences. Now, a significant criminal record is outlined again in the PDF, but it basically means you've spent a year or more in jail for that offence. So you need to be a bit of a bad boy to spend 12 months or more in jail for something in Australia, as you would know. So this hopefully won't become a problem for the average, fairly harmless Australian sponsor. And there will also be opportunities to appeal where the crime happened a long time ago and where the relationship is lengthy, etc. Or, if you had a child together of the relationship, etc. Now, we can hope that this new set of rules does actually save a few ladies from domestic violence. That's the idea of it. Fortunately, at this stage anyway, it doesn't seem to be overly imposing on the Australian sponsors. So what do partner visa sponsors do now? Right now, nothing. Applications that are already lodged, not an issue. Applications that will be lodged after the 18th of November 2016, they will no doubt request police clearances, which for most sponsors will just be one from the Australian Federal Police, and some sort of statement giving your consent to disclosure of prior convictions as discussed. But as of now, nothing to be concerned about. Just relax, read the PDF above, and we will let you know if there is anything of further significance. Thank you. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you enjoyed it and you would like to subscribe, you can click on the little button down the bottom corner there, and you can subscribe to our YouTube channel. There are regular articles on aspects of Australian visas to the Philippines on www.downundervisa.com.au. There's a blog page you can subscribe to. There is a free visa assessment form, and there are regular articles on aspects of Australian-Filipino relationships, which you can see on www.filipinowives.com.au. If you can please share these articles and these videos on any of the social media that you use, we would appreciate that. Thank you.